big, bombastic, shiny 173rd episode of Steady Bimco, Part 2, The Revenge.
Hey.
Well, this week, we're going to Australia because we're touring the world, George. I mean, Austria. I knew I'd say that. The whole time I prepared tonight, I was like, I'm going to say Australia, aren't I? We're going to Austria. Tour the world, George. To watch Castle of the Creeping Flesh. Huh? Austria.
In all seriousness, I need to look. I thought this was German.
Hey, I saw it was filmed in Austria. That was where its filming locations were. Those countries are friendly.
I did go into this not having any idea what country this was because like it had a lot of French stars and stuff. I'm like, knowing Tim and the amount of research he puts into this, who knows what country it is? I'm pretty sure this is German.
George, I read it. It said it was filmed in Austria. Lots of scenes. A castle in Austria.
Okay. Tim, it says right here, online, made in West Germany.
Yeah, but it was filmed in Austria.
That's one of the locations.
Yeah, it was filmed. It was filmed in Austria, though. No.
Well, Tim.
You're saying it wasn't filmed.
I'm looking at filming locations. Yes, some of it at least was filmed in Austria, though it is a German film. Yes, but you would think after what we had right off the bat with Ratman, you'd be a little bit more careful about these things.
I looked it up. I swear. IDM told me.
IMDb,
Austria.
literally right there, it says country of origin, West Germany.
That's why we start episodes with an age-old question about revenge, George. I'm doing recent stuff. ZZ Top's 1994 album called Antenna ever get revenge on 1994's Black Crowes album, Amorica, for winning the award of hairiest album cover of the year? There's people laughing. I was 50-50. Does George know Amorica? Does George know the album cover of Amorica? Oh, my God.
No, what is it? What's it a picture of?
I'll give you a hint. They simply took a picture from the cover of a magazine called Hustler.
Okay.
Gotta look it
How
up.
is Amorica spelled, Tim?
We're going to play the song while he looks it up. We're playing the song.
It's Steady Bimco Part 2, The Revenge. The show where we create revenge sequels that nobody wanted.
Steady Bimco, Part 2, The Revenge. George, did you look up the cover? Amorica?
I do. And
the original one, not the censored one. The original one.
Oh, let me scroll down Okay, I see. Okay, so the one I saw, it was just a triangular American flag. But now that I scroll down, it looks as if it is a triangular American flag that's actually the bikini bottoms of a woman. And
Sacrilege.
And then further, it looks like there's two versions. One's where there's pubes showing, one's where there's not.
Wow.
Tim, thank you for choosing a pretty fucking... No, nobody laughed. That's so fucking obscure. It pisses me off.
People out there know. They know.
This is how your mind works.
Amorica.
You couldn't think of anything, and you're like, this is new, 94, because it's at least 2 decades after most of my references.
It is.
God.
You didn't buy Amorica by Black Crowes?
No.
Wow. Why wouldn't you? That's 90s music, George.
Yeah,
That's
I
Nirvana
forgot
adjacent.
I bought everything. No, it really wasn't.
It is too.
No, I think that Black Crowes and Nirvana had very
94.
little in common. Yep.
Well, I mean, the music scene, George. The music scene. It was the 90s. It's getting grungy.
All right. I just lost all steam to record. Let's just get this over with. Yep.
All right.
Yep.
You got anything to say? You can relax. Slow down.
Yeah, I want to complain about my host because he started mentioning, I think it was the Black Crowes. I already forgot. Nobody's going to get that reference.
Black Crowes, Nirvana. Yeah. They're classics.
You know what? I think Ween has an album cover that's just a close-up of that, don't they?
I'm not as familiar with Ween.
I'm more familiar with Ween.
Is that what you call the fans?
No, they call them Ween Masters. Let me see. Chocolate and Cheese, I remember having that as the cover. Let's see. This is good radio.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, no. Chocolate and Cheese is a close-up of a woman's underboob and her tummy, and she's wearing a belt.
Wow,
yeah.
That's strange.
Yeah, What year was Chocolate and Cheese?
Yeah.
Oh, my God, Tim, guess what year it was?
1994.
1994. This was, man, you would.
Oh my God.
Young children wandering into their record
missed
shops.
that.
Folks who listen at home, you used to have to buy your music and stuff. You walk in there and like,
Yes.
okay, so probably there was an album where there's just a woman's face. You're like, hey, that's a lady's head. Ween was like from the under boob down to just above the groin.
And I was an adult. So I had to go to the store and I was like, I do like this album. I like the music. And I'm like, yeah, so you got to buy this. This is a woman's crotch. That's all.
And
I'm
you're
saying.
nervous?
Kids try to sneak it
Everybody
out.
laugh at you?
But as an adult, you're like, no, it's a music store. They didn't care.
How old were you in 1994,
Still.
Tim?
An adult.
Like,
Drawing comics.
John Cox. Okay, so you were a full-fledged adult.
Listening to Nirvana.
Nirvana, yep. Okay. This is our worst episode ever. Like, this is just terrible.
The star that thrilled you in Necronomicon, Janine Renault, in a new, blood-curdling, fascinating adventure.
Ah, my dear, we're living in the wrong epoch. I feel like dancing. Ah, they used to have wild, never-ending
A
festivities.
film
Am I right?
pounding with wild passion.
Horses and champagne are the three most beautiful things in life.
That's only two things. What's the third?
So I got my Austria.
What is the
Outlaws.
movie called, Tim?
There's a fun
You didn't even say what the movie's called, Tim.
Castle of the Creeping Flesh. I thought we said that at the very start.
Yeah, okay, thank
I'm
you.
going to talk about that.
We did, but like, you know, who knows? This is already like this episode. We've had to behind the scene, folks. We've had to stop recording like 5 times already. Who knows?
It'll
This
work
is the
out.
episode. This is us at our weakness.
have
This is
faith.
at our weakest. Like, Jack Kirby's going to come in and kick us in the crotch over this one. They're just going to defeat us utterly.
Oh, I think we have a better feud.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got a bigger feud. You know what? I went to the Brooklyn Book Fair. Mm-hmm. And I sat with Mr. Bat of Bat and Spider himself, Chuck Forsman.
Oh.
Watched his significant other talk about her book. It's called The Wait. Go out and buy it. And we hung out. So I listened to their show today, which aired after the book fest. You know what he talked about?
Not you, I'm assuming.
Yeah, eating a piece of Brooklyn pizza and how good it was.
All right.
And nowhere was I mentioned.
So,
So, and here I am mentioning him here.
this is why he was such a bad person to feud
Yeah,
with.
he mentioned his pizza, which, Brooklyn pizza's great.
I mean, yeah, props to him for
but
supporting
no.
that.
Yep. And then that didn't talk about me
Nope.
because we had a great time. He just kept telling me no kissing
Okay, well,
while I was sitting next to him.
that's they call that pretty woman rules, Tim. You can do everything else but no kissing because that causes, you know, like,
Yeah, after the pizza, he got a lobster, and he didn't know how to tear it open, and it was all funny. I tried to show him.
and then you took him to a polo game, right? Yep. And then
Yes.
yeah, I remember that part. Yeah. So I want to actually creep back to a little. Just like a castle of creeping flesh. I want to creep back to something you said. You called him the Spider of Bat and Spider, did you not? No, you called him the Bat.
The Bat of Bat and Spider.
Is he the Bat?
Isn't he?
I don't know. I always assumed he was
I
the
think so.
Spider. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong here, Tim. I always figured it was a reference to Bruce Wayne and Peter Parker, right? And I think Chuck really
Okay.
embodies that beleaguered everyman sort of wallowing in his Catholic guilt sort of Peter Parker style. As opposed
You're
to the
right.
moneyed upper class wallowing in his Catholic rage that Bruce Wayne does.
Right.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, then again, maybe they're actually just talking about
That's-
vermin. It's hard to tell with those guys.
He does like to wrap up his food in a cocoon and let it dry out. Or let it die slowly. That's what
is that
he
how
does.
he ate his pizza? He wrapped it up in a cocoon and sucked the juice out of it? He's
did.
like, oh, it's just olive oil, but I just can't, wait,
You're mixing up your
I'm
insults.
messing up my animals. I forgot, he's the Bat or no, I don't know. This is terrible.
Odd Laws in Austria.
Yeah.
Since I don't know where we left off.
Odd Laws in Austria,
This
since
was-
this is a German film. Let's hear him, Tim.
Filmed in a castle in Austria. I checked it. This used to be legal. This is an interesting law. They made it illegal in 2001. You can no longer blow up your dead cows. They used to blow them up because they might die on a hill and it's hard to get them down with a helicopter or a truck. So you're allowed to blow them up, but no more, George.
And by
No.
blow up, you mean explode like with dynamite, not inflate
Oh, yeah.
with like helium.
Right?
okay.
Exploding with dynamite.
That's
blowing up cows. I don't know how that helps. I guess you still pick up the pieces.
I bet you the problem is you don't pick up the pieces.
And animals will just take it away.
They just like let it. Yeah.
But then why not let it rot? Well, I guess it would be disease. You don't want diseases happening.
If you let a cow rot in one spot, it's like a big pile of disease. You blow a cow to hell, and there's a lot of little diseases that it creates.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, another one. Too many dogs. They don't want you walking more than 8 dogs at once.
Well,
it's illegal to walk 8 dogs, which as it should be. There's no way you can control 8 dogs.
That seems silly. But it excites the mind to think of like how both these laws were passed. Like,
well, Arnold grew up in Austria, and he probably walked like 10 dogs. Right?
You know who
part
didn't?
Of his exercise routine.
You know who didn't grow up in Austria? Anyone connected with this film in any way, shape, or form, since it was a German production with French actors.
You didn't look them all up.
I actually looked up a lot of them.
I tried to.
Some of them had like very French names. All right, let's hear the third one.
True. Intentional public farting. Farting intentionally in public is prohibited and can lead to a fine. I don't know how they prove that. Especially if you're walking 8 dogs. You just blame it on one of the dogs.
Must be the audibility.
How do they prove?
I'm betting someone, maybe Arnold Schwarzenegger, got a little saucy. Wait, that was actually in the news recently.
That he got saucy?
That he loudly farted on some co-star of his in some movie.
Wow. Were they in Austria?
I don't think so.
It's because he's not in Austria. He's like, hey, I can fart anywhere.
Wasn't
no fines. No fines in America for that. Or Amorica.
Amorica.
The name of the Black Crowes album.
Yeah, Variety magazine had an article from the actress Miriam Margolyes who said Arnold Schwarzenegger farted on me.
Ooh. Yep. Without consent.
Apparently,
not good.
What happened, as I'm looking right now, is she accidentally farted on the set one time because she was an older woman, and he decided to very purposely fart on her as a result.
Oh, he took it like a mating call. Or a challenge. I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah, let's say that's how they mate in Austria. A lot of people don't realize this. Austrians, the typically way they mate is they take, between 7 and 9 dogs. Definitely not 8 though, because that's legal. No. And they'll walk them around while blowing up a cow and farting. And that's how they find their loves.
Appointment with lust.
All right.
So, George, should we talk about this movie?
Let's talk about this German movie
that I picked. Yep. Filmed much of it filmed in Austria.
Yeah. So, did you get the director and all that jazz?
The actors. Director, no. Right. How did I miss that?
It's directed by a dude named Adrian Hoven. Came out in 1968. Its original title is in German because it's a German film. And I actually can't. I'll try to pronounce this, but there's literally a letter in here I don't recognize. It was called Im Schlub der blutigen Begierde. That's definitely not how it's. That's definitely not German.
No.
Yep. And here is the synopsis I copied off of IMDb.
Okay, I did that too.
In an ancient castle, a mad scientist is trying to revive his dead daughter by an operation, but there are certain body parts that he needs that he can't get. The problem is solved when a group of drunken partygoers stumbles into his castle.
Interesting. The one I copied simply said, in need of body parts to revive his dead daughter, a mad scientist's problem is solved when a group of drunken partygoers stumble into his castle.
It's very similar. Yours is better written than the one I cut and pasted.
What's the director's name?
Adrian Hoven. Hoven. Maybe Hoven, maybe Hoveen. It's hard to say.
Not Verhoeven. Not Verhoeven.
No, definitely not Verhoeven. No. Who is Dutch, I believe, right? Not.
You know.
I don't know. I think he is Dutch.
So, what'd you think of this movie, George? As I ask in a stilted manner.
Yeah, that was pretty stilted. This hit some. This is a rare. This is actually unprecedented territory because I had to watch this movie twice.
Oof.
Because I watched it once a couple days ago, and I wasn't taking notes. Lately, I've been trying to just kind of vibe with films, and I was thinking back. I'm like, I don't remember a goddamn thing about this movie. So today, while I was I had to put the movie on again in the background and take notes. I I think that this probably puts me in a
unless you enjoy it.
This probably puts me in a watch list. This movie has we have something I've been noticing about our journey,
European tour,
our world tour. It's a lot of Europe so far.
Yes,
there's been real unhealthy attitudes towards sexuality on display. And I'm not speaking about it like this in a puritanical American sort of way, like where we're like, oh, we're scared of boners and stuff. No, this movie was just full of sexual assault and terrible attitude towards women. Again, and like, I think it is, what was that one? The Queen of Barbarian Steel? I think it creeps past that
Barbarian
one.
Queen.
Oh, Barbarian Queen or Queen of Naked Steel. I think this is now our official worst movie.
In that sense,
yeah.
Like, come on, if you want to show a naked woman, just put her in the shower like Ratman did. Simple. Yeah. Don't have to assault her.
Have her, like, man, and like we'll get into it, folks, but there is a sexual assault scene that must be like 10 minutes.
Yeah, it went on a while.
It's like I left the room and came back. It was still going on. I'm like, come on.
Oh, no. Jesus. Well, I will set the stage. It seems to take place in, 1968.
Yeah.
Because there is a car, even though the rest of the movie could be, you can't tell because there's no cars. It all takes place in a castle, and there's a hunting party going on, I guess. Whenever they go hunting, they party for 3 days. People are dancing on tables.
Yeah, I wrote it.
Drinking.
It opens with a swinging party filled with Euro trash. And they're at the house of a baron who never once fucking blinks this entire movie.
No, his eyes.
What the fuck? Tim, second watching, every time this guy was on camera, and he's one of the main characters, so it was a lot, I never saw him blink once. Like, it's like his acting move. He just stares ahead. Like, his eyes go glassy because, like human beings need to moisturize their eyelids sometimes. And I think he was a human, so you would see, like, his eyes would get teary. I'm like, it's such a choice.
He really wanted that part in Clockwork Orange, I think. He was talking to Kubrick. He's, look,
I'll tell you.
I can do this.
When was Clockwork Orange? What year was that?
I think it was after this movie.
Okay. Well, maybe he spent years practicing for it. He's like, no, I can do it. Watch. Folks, like, it was funny. Like, and he had he had a striking look, I guess, in a way. Like, it almost looked like he was wearing eyeliner, but like, he seriously never blinked. So yeah, they're having what is apparently a multiple day party to celebrate hunting season, and there's just like people. It's so white. Everyone is so
chasing
white.
Girls under tables, dancing on the table.
Just doing vaguely sexy things, I guess.
And there's a voiceover. It's like hunting season. We partied for 3 days. It seems like it was a voiceover at first, and then the guy's talking. I don't know. I was a little bit confused at the start.
Having watched it twice, it's actually not a voiceover. It's him talking to Elena. It's the Baron talking to Elena.
Brock.
We
should say Baron Brock. Even though, did you read the subtitles? It said something else, didn't it? Is that what you're going to tell me?
No, I didn't have the subtitles on, but that is interesting because some of the characters' names did seem to, from the audio track, migrate. Like Elena was sometimes Helena, was sometimes Eleanor. I'm like, make up your minds, folks. So it's this party. It's all these like very 60s looking people. Again, Tim, it's a 60s movie I didn't hate the looks of. I think I have learned I didn't like the way people looked in the 60s in America. But when it's a European film, I'm only like, oh, okay, they look okay.
They're dressed like hunters. They're not like hippies.
Yeah. But they got like cool 60s stuff. Like the women are very attractive. The guys are very 60s looking. But like not hippies. Like rich Euro trash.
There's no one to like in this.
Yeah,
no character like.
This is maybe the Earl. Maybe that character George. I don't know. It's hard to tell.
You mean the Earl's assistant? I think he's the nicest person.
Legos? No, he's not. Yeah. Okay, let's get to it.
Alaskos? Anyway. So
the party's going for 3 days.
Brock.
Baron Brock, the guy who doesn't blink, is sitting there talking to this brunette woman who is either Eleanor or Elena or Helena.
Or Vera. I thought he talked to
Vera.
Vera
is her
who has red
sister.
Hair. Okay.
They look very similar. And so Elena is there. And so here's what you need to know. The Baron is engaged to a blonde woman named Marion, who's also at this party.
Yes.
Elena is engaged to a guy named Philip, who's also at this party.
Oh, I thought he was Roger.
Maybe.
Where's it Philip?
Who the fuck knows?
Another man.
The Marion's brother is there. He's a guy named George.
Okay.
And Vera is the sister of Elena. Did we say that already? There's
Yes.
like 6 people, right? 3 guys, 3 girls.
Maybe the horse was named Roger.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe. Let's just go with Roger then, since you have your notes in Roger.
I don't know. Brock is asking.
Brock is talking to Elena, who is not his fiance, but who is engaged to another person at this party. She's all like, he's like, so let's. Do you want to blow my party and go? I have another house nearby. It's about. He's like, you ride horses, right? She's like, I do. He's like, how about we go hop on a horse and it's about a half-hour ride. We'll go to my other house. And she's like, oh, okay. He's like, just.
Well, she's like, oh, will we be alone? And he's like, yeah.
He's like, don't tell any of my other guests. So I'm like, okay. All that I want to point out to everybody, just picture he never once blinks this entire time.
No.
So then
He looks insane.
He looks like a lunatic.
Here's the part I don't even understand. This had nothing to do with the movie, but he gets in his car to bring alcohol to his lodge, like zooms down the road. Remember that? And comes back. I'm like, yeah, we just assume you have alcohol at your other lodge. Why do we have to see this?
I thought that was the fiance of Elena doing
maybe
because there is a car, because that's kind of a plot point. Then there's a weird scene where it's Elena and I think her sister Vera, and she's talking like, I'm gonna go with him to his
Baron Brock
to his house, and she's like, oh, what a good idea, and they're all laughing and they take their clothes off.
She goes, yay, and they take their shirts off.
And
at least there's no assault going on. They're just getting changed.
But we're about 3 minutes into the movie. I'm like, oh, Cablasto alert for our occasional co-host Kevin Cablasto. Boobs already. And then, so she's laughing, and she's like, maybe we'll come join you. Then we see another room where the Baron is changing, and he's talking to his fiancée, Marion. And she's like, are you going horseback riding? He's like, no. I'm like, oh, okay.
Right.
And then from there...
Well, why are you dressed in those chaps and those boots?
Which cut weirdly to about 5 minutes of people horseback riding.
All of them. They left her behind? How'd she not know?
Well, the weird thing is we don't see the Baron horseback riding, and we don't see Helena horseback riding. We see George and Marion and Roger or Peter, whatever the fuck his name was, and Vera. But then even weirder, a lot of the time when they're horseback riding, we don't see anybody. It's just close-ups of the horse's legs.
The horse's legs, because I guess those actors couldn't ride horses.
I guess so, yeah. So just like...
And there's...
Like minutes at a time.
There's a voice... Yeah. And there's a voiceover saying, champagne and horses and women are the 3 best things in life.
Well, I actually wrote it down directly because I have a list. All right?
Oh.
Yeah. Horses and champagne are 3 of the most beautiful things in life, says a man's voice. And the woman goes, there's only 2 things. What's the third?
Oh.
And he goes, women, of course. So Tim, since you're not just walking on my joke, you are full on pulling your pants off and diarrhea shitting over my joke.
I'll edit that out.
So here's my list. What is the...
Go.
This is a different type of list than usual, Tim. And I'm trying to keep it short because I knew you complain. My list go on. What is... according to this movie, according to this person, this off-camera person, the horse, what is the one thing that is the most beautiful thing in all life?
Women.
No, drunk lady centaurs. Because champagne, horses, and women.
Champagne, horses.
That's my first list. Yep.
That's it? That's one
a list
one
of
thing
one.
in your
A
list?
list of one. I challenge you to do the same with all your lists from now on.
No.
All right. Then according to my notes, at the house, the man who never blinks and the woman Elena are sharing a drink, and he doesn't blink once.
Brock.
Yep. And she's treating it like a little flirty game, right? And he's but like we see his dark side, and she says she goes, you know who you look like now? And she goes, Lucifer, and she runs off giggling. And I wrote a list of other things the Baron looks like. You ready for it, Tim?
I'm ready.
Number 1, Andrew Cuomo, kind of.
Oh,
I thought he did.
ouch.
Yeah, Andrew Cuomo, disgraced former governor of New York, trying to be our mayor. He better not be. If you want to know what this guy looks like, look at a picture of Andrew Cuomo. Cover him with red tempero paint. You kind of got
People
it.
know.
Yeah. Number 2, someone with no eyelids. And number 3, that's pretty much all I came up with. So that's my second list.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought they were all going to be like, because Andrew Cuomo, then whoever else. I thought you were going for the sex assault.
No, I was really trying to get the idea of what this guy looks like. I really thought he looked like Andrew Cuomo. So then he
Well, spoilers.
yeah, because I mean he does have more in common with Andrew Cuomo, because then he's going and he starts taking off Elena's shirt, and she's like, "Wait, please don't! I thought this was just a game." And he goes, "Not for me."
Right.
And we have we're probably 10 minutes in.
Which I will say this, not that this forgives anything. I just want to point out when he was flirting with her, she said, "Will we be alone?"
Yeah.
And I thought that meant we're going to fool around, but still, if she doesn't want to.
Yeah.
I'm not excusing that. I'm just curious why she said that. And then she's like, what are we doing?
Well, she says something a little bit in a little bit, and you should probably cut that part out. But she says something about it a little bit.
I'm just talking.
We cut back to the horse legs a little bit for there. But, like, yeah, he assaults her. It's like we don't see anything super graphic. We see her boobs and we see her reacting as it's happening. And we see his sweaty, unblinking face.
Because his face is the same, except it was sweating. Same face, same
And
eyes.
I wonder, actually, Tim, maybe you're right. Maybe the alcohol thing, because she kind of acts like she's been drugged or something.
Oh, yeah, the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
Although now she's traumatized.
It could be trauma later, but, like, this part, maybe she's drugged. And
Maybe.
she, like, so it's after the deed, and she's like, she calls him disgusting, and he's like throwing her clothes at her. He's like, "Hey, shut up, you dumb." He's awful.
She calls him a swine.
Calls him a swine.
Swine.
And she says, "What about your fiance?" And he says, "You should have thought about that before you tempted me." I'm
Right.
like, oh. So we have already probably our least likable lead character in any movie. And we watched a movie about, I don't know, what was that one about the guy who liked Hitler?
He didn't like him. That was just the
Oh,
title.
yeah, it was Even Hitler Had a Girlfriend. Oh, that guy, he was that bad. Okay. So luckily they get dressed just in time, I guess, because that's when
all the other
horses show up.
And that's everybody, too. His fiance?
Yeah, it's his fiance, her brother, Elena's sister, and
It's everybody.
Elena's
But
sister's
again,
fiance.
he told her he wasn't horseback riding. I was confused because, well, there she is. I don't know.
Yeah, that comes up. They're like kind of, yeah. And
The redhead, she's nostalgic for the Russian past, and she does some Russian dancing on the table.
the redhead is Vera, the sister of the girl who just was assaulted.
She gives this soliloquy about she's very much at home in the dream world. Dreams are the theme. Dreams are what she loves. I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't write it down verbatim. You might have.
I wrote it down just because it's important, because he's staring at her, the creepy guy with no eyelids. Literally, his chin is slick with saliva already. And he's like, "You're like a dream."
Oh, does he say it?
He says it. She's saying how, like, she's talking about fantasy worlds. And he looks and goes, "You're like a dream," because there's a line that it gets echoed later at the very end of the movie.
Oh, well, this movie's kind of like
So
a dream.
then the blonde fiance of Creepy Baron, I wrote, because I hadn't written her name as Marion yet. She tells everybody there of how, so immediately they walk in. They see, like, "Oh, you're here with this woman. That's not weird. You left your own party," and all this jazz.
Right.
And one of the characters immediately notices there's a coat of arms on the wall. And he's like, "Oh, that's the coat of arms of the Earl of Saxon, who I'm not, and I don't know why I have this here." And the blonde, his fiance is like, "Oh, the Earl of Saxon. His daughter was attacked the other day in the woods and assaulted. And then so he was so upset, he released a bear into the woods." I'm like, "What?"
And then they show Brock's face. I'm like, I think we know who did this.
Yeah.
Right? Weren't you right away? It's like,
Well, like it's even more. So all the blonde woman says, his fiance says that she was attacked, and then the Earl is like, "Oh, so a woman got raped," and one of the guys is like, "No one said she was raped," and he's like,
right.
"Dope."
Whoop.
And Helen is sitting there like traumatized, perhaps drugged. She's like, "I can picture what happened."
Yes.
And then her fiance says something terrible. Her fiance is like, well, maybe she liked it. And I'm just like, oh.
Yes.
And then they talk about animal stories, about how this bear was let loose to like go to get revenge on the people. And like the Baron's like, well, it was just like a circus bear. And then another guy's like, well, I don't know. I heard about this story about a gorilla. And and every day it would be with its trainers. And one day it ripped them to pieces.
Ripped their faces off, I'm sure.
So, Tim,
it's like, wow.
I have a list of other animal stories they told.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
One of them was telling about a full list. This one's longer too. One of the guys was telling about this. He heard about this white tiger that attacked one of his trainers in Las Vegas on stage.
Oh, yes.
There's another one. A guy heard about a scorpion that was riding across a river on a frog's back, and it stung the frog.
Oh, frog?
Yeah.
Oh, and they both drowned.
Yeah. Speaking of frogs, there was this other one about this guy. He heard about this guy who found a frog that sang, but it would only sing when it was only just the guy there. And every time he'd put it in front of a crowd, like at Carnegie Hall, it just wouldn't sing. That was yeah. These are all like miniature revenge stories. He went crazy, but then he ended up founding the WB, which was a channel. Yeah. There was one that was an owl, right? And it belonged to a detective, and it drove the detective crazy because it was always constantly asking who and it never once asked why.
Sorry.
Why don't you shit on my jokes some more, Tim? Here.
Trying to be involved.
Yeah. Write your own fucking list. And then 5, the last one was the story that it was actually Marion told this one. She'd heard this story about this one mouse that like was in his house, and it kept getting captured in like humane ways and then released in a nearby park, but it kept sneaking back in. This must have happened like 24 times to this one mouse. Until one day, this mouse, this mice know what they're doing. One day the mouse snuck in at night, she said, and it crawled inside the skull of the wife of the man who kept letting her loose.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and it controls her to this day like a ratatouille from the inside. Yep. Wow. Yep, that was the other animal stories they told.
Oh, what about the story about it's not technically an animal, but the mummy that bit Mitch McConnell? Infected him with mummyism.
What the fuck does this have to do with anything?
I said it's not an animal, but he bit him.
Why did you feel the need to hop on my list with something that has nothing to do with an animal? Or
just topping it off.
No, you're ruining it. Well, much like...
Well, you were done, right?
Because I was going to say...
Oh, you weren't. I'm sorry.
Helena rides off because... this actually happened. Helena's like, I can't hear all these stories. And she rides off, apparently. And one of the people says, you've driven her half crazy with that bear.
And they keep saying, there's no bears in the woods anymore.
Yep. Well, that's what the Baron keeps saying.
Something made me... One moment this film made me laugh, and I'll tell you when I get there. But they keep saying, there's no bears in the woods.
Yeah, the Baron keeps saying there hasn't been a wild bear in these parts for years. But, like, literally as part of her story, Marion says he released a captive bear he had. So it doesn't matter. So anyway.
Maybe, yeah.
So then there's a whole thing where they're like, well, we have to go go save her. But not everybody. They leave George and Marion behind for some reason. In fact, I think initially it's just the sister and the Baron, and then like the fiance comes out too.
Because she's like, I'm going. Yeah. They're like, this is no place for women.
Yeah. Yeah.
As always.
But there was a woman going there too. I don't know. It's just who the hell knows. I think he just wanted to be alone because he knows, he's just a creepy rapist. He's an awful monster.
But they want to check out the Earl of Saxon's land, and Brock's like, "Oh no, don't go there. He doesn't like you going on his lawn."
He's weird. He's crazy. He keeps saying. Now, as if we were as a clue, we suddenly cut to the Earl of Saxon, who's welcoming a guy who looks like he is dead, like he's just got makeup, like he's been resuscitated.
He's been bitten by a mummy. George.
Maybe he was Mitch McConnell, and and the Earl of Saxon says, "You've arrived at last. She's dead." That's all we know for now.
Does he say that? He doesn't say that. We don't see who he says that to.
He says it to that doctor guy, the guy who looks like a zombie.
Yes.
It's just two guys we haven't seen before in the movie talking. Then we see a third guy we haven't seen before, is this big guy with a beard, and he is carrying his name. It turns out he's Elegos. He's Greek, and he's carrying Elena or Eleanor or Helena or whatever into the castle.
Do we say his name Elegos?
Elegos.
Because closed captioning had Alacosos or something.
Oh, maybe.
Alegos.
Well,
I'll say Alegos.
yeah,
That's
Alegos.
fine. Alegos. He's a hefty man. He's like a servant.
he looks like Tim. Did you ever watch Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
Remember
he looks
the
like,
Onion Knight guy, but like bigger.
Yes, the one. Yeah.
And speak like this all time.
Yes. That was half the characters.
So then the three people who went out, they find the hat of Elena, and they're like, "We have to go. It's right outside the Earls of Saxon's castle. We need to go in there." And Alegos comes out, and
he's friendly.
He's friendly. Well, he's friendly but standoffish. He's like, "You should probably not come here, but like, come with me. We got her or something." And
he says, "Legos like to keep horses warm."
oh, that's a little bit later. First, I love this bit of utter cowardliness, where he's like, "Well, come with me," and he walks off camera, and the Baron is like, "I told you, the Earl is a very strange and mysterious man." And Alegos turns right back and goes, "What did you say about the Earl?" And he's like, "Nothing." I'm like, dude.
That's right. I missed
But he does want to keep the horses warm. And one of the guys, I don't remember who's like, "That's the nicest thing you've said to us." And he just looks at them like, "You guys are just trash." This big.
You know he likes to keep the horses warm, George? Because I have a list.
It's the first Tim list. Let's hear it, Tim.
Why does Legos like to keep the horses warm? Well, Legos thinks they look cute wearing his little hand-knitted mittens that he makes for them.
Nice.
The last time he let the horses get cold, they built a fire using his old issues of Chambermaid magazine.
Wait, he likes that?
No, he
doesn't want them. Okay, I get it. All right.
Yeah. He knows it's embarrassing for them if they get too cold because, you can see their nipples sticking up under their T-shirts.
Let's mention the shrinkage. Yep.
Yes.
Is that all of them?
That too. That's all
How
of
about
them.
this one?
You topped it off.
How about Mitch McConnell rides a donkey into a brick wall? How about that?
That's
good, right?
That keeps the horses warm?
No, I'm just saying something that has nothing to do with the general premise. Only Mitch McConnell. I have the urge to say Mitch McConnell. Okay.
I should have said vampire bat.
Yep. Well, same difference.
It's an animal.
So they go in the house.
They go into his house. They hang out with Lacasos. Legos.
Lacasos.
Oh, you know what? This is weirdness that he does say he found the other girl, right?
Yeah.
She's upstairs resting.
Yeah,
and he says, "I injected her with something." And they're like, "Oh, okay."
The Earl does it.
Sounds
Yeah,
good.
the Earl's the doctor. So they meet the Earl, who is the guy who's actually Legos' boss and stuff.
Sorry.
Yeah, he shows them, like, she's sleeping. He's like, "We found her screaming through the forest in shock."
Jesus.
Like, yikes. And then because it's getting late, I guess he gives them clothes to wear. So they're all wearing old-timey clothes now.
Yeah, to eat.
Yeah.
Like one was for a king, one was for something else.
Yeah, we see.
Oh, one represents death. Barack wears the one representing
Well,
death.
yeah,
So
we
they're
see
like, oh,
we
yeah.
see the Baron. He's in his stupid costume. He's looking at a photo of. It looks like a photo of the girl of the guy's daughter, the one that he clearly attacked.
Yes.
And he asks someone, "What does this costume represent?" "Death. You have death looking down at you." And the other people, he says, "You're dressed as the king, and you're dressed as the wicked queen." He says to the sister Vera.
To Vera.
Yeah.
The redhead.
Yeah. And then the Earl tells the story. He tells the story of how his ancestor's daughter was betrayed by the wicked queen that she resembles, and she was raped by guys that she told about the hiding space of during the 10-year war.
Yes.
The daughter was killed, so his ancestor then killed his mistress, who was the wicked queen, and then tried to bring his daughter back to life with her blood and was beheaded for his crime.
Okay.
And then he mentions...
And
then he shows a picture of his
go ahead.
daughter, and he goes, "Oh, yeah, that's my daughter. She died an hour ago." And they're like, "What?"
She was attacked and died an hour ago. And everybody's silent.
Everybody's silent. And just the guy who never blinks looks back and forth nervously. Then George and Marion arrive, the two members of our party who've been left at home. Marion is falling over because she hit her head on a tree. And he...
Yeah,
and somehow nobody's noticed this at this point. For reasons that are not really explained, like, Marion is the exact physical duplicate of his daughter Katerina, the one who just died.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Nobody notices.
Nobody knows. I mean, I guess presumably the Baron does because he's looking at the photo, but maybe he's looking at the photo like, yeah, that's the woman I attacked because he's a fucking pig monster.
She looks like a young Leah Thompson, I thought.
She does a bit, yeah. Yeah, there's a weird scene where she becomes a mayor cupcake.
Yes.
Previous episode, Seti Bimco.
They eat, right?
Yeah, there was a scene.
Oh,
there was a scene really
customs.
quickly where the guy who looks like he was dead is talking to the Baron, and he goes, "Should we try it?" And the Baron, I'm not the Baron, the Earl. Ugh, a lot of royalty in this. Earl's like, "I don't know. What do you think?"
Yes.
He goes, "Yes, we should." It's like, "Oh, what are they going to do? What are they going to do?"
This mysterious man.
So then, as they have dinner, and I wrote, Vera and the non-blinking guy exchange stares over dinner disgustingly. This was so gross.
Yes.
He's just, I mean, because the only way he can look at people is to stare at them unblinking and creepily. And he's just staring at her, and she's like, I guess trying to be sexy. Like, they're eating chicken off the bone, and she's like licking the bone. But it's like, I don't know. I mean, that's not sexy, right?
No.
Like, there's...
He had drool going down his chin.
He literally is drooling, and he is shoveling food in his glistening maw with his... It's disgusting. And then he says to her, again, "You're a dream," he says to Vera as he drools unblinkingly, I wrote. Second time we get that line. Then the Earl, who is not the Baron, says, "You look like a queen in this dress," to Vera, and he goes, "You love suffering, death." That's just important.
And that does he leave?
And then he says, "There's nothing." One of the other guys, because he says, "There's nothing so interesting as death." And one of the other guys is like, "What about life and love?" And so I wrote a list, which, according to this director, other things that are almost but not quite as interesting as death.
According to this director. Yeah. What's his name? Vanderhoof.
And Adrian Hoven. You want to hear a list, Tim?
Yeah.
Right, number one, and this is a spoiler for later in the movie, endless footage of his own open heart surgery, apparently. Because, man, we see a lot of that.
Yes, we do.
Number two, boobs and lots of them. We see a lot of that. 3, footage of horses' legs galloping. We see a lot of that.
Nice.
And the number one thing that is almost but not quite as interesting as death, according to the director of this movie, Adrian Hoven, people who don't blink. Yeah. So then dinner ends. They're all shown to the rooms by Allegros.
But the Earl looks at a plate because he set a plate for his dead daughter, I think.
Oh, I didn't catch that. Oh, Tim, and the flowers fits in later, too. Tim, is this a good movie? No. No, it's not.
No. Legos, he brings them to all the guest rooms, but first he takes them to what seems like a room with hay in it.
This is so weird.
And it's got mannequins dressed up in the act that the Baron just described in history, where his ancestor's daughter was beheaded with like guys in armor standing around. Yeah, it's...
Not only that, there's a recording of a woman being assaulted playing. Right. And if you look, the costumes that these mannequins are wearing all match the outfits that he laid out for various people at the dinner.
Oh, I did not notice that.
Yeah, so they're wearing like the same clothes, and like cut to the guy who doesn't blink looking shifty again. And what we really need to mention, I kind of mentioned this in my list, this is being intercut at this point with footage of a surgery. And it's a real heart surgery. This is real. Mm-hmm. Like, at first I'm like, wow, that's good special effects. But I read about it on this one website. It is actual footage of the director's open heart surgery.
What?
Yep.
Oh my God! I thought it was maybe an animal.
Nope. No, it was he. That's why it's weird, because later on you see they're clearly putting a stent in. I'm like, wait, why is that happening?
Yeah. Ooh.
It's his, and he ended up dying actually from congenital heart failure. So this was a problem, like pretty young too, unfortunately. But yeah, so we're seeing elsewhere in the castle, and a great bit of continuity. When we see the actors at long distances, they're wearing blue sleeves, and whenever you see the people doing the actual surgery, the close-up cuts, white sleeves. It's
I did not notice that.
That's the sort of thing you notice when you watch this movie twice in a row, Tim.
Well, George, you watched it twice. Mm-hmm. After he showed the people the mannequins of the act of his ancestor being murdered. Yep. Then he brings them to a room with the mannequins used for the cover of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Heart Club Band.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Then he brings them to a room with mannequins, but it's a nativity scene.
Was the baby Jesus in place already? So we can determine that this was within the 12 days of Christmas.
Yeah, this was a Christmas movie.
Well, secret Christmas movie. Nice.
Then there's a room with a man dressed as a bear performing oral sex on another man.
Wow.
It's a scary room.
That guy comes back later, everybody.
Yeah. Way later, 1986.
So Allegros shows them to the rooms. He's like, you'll stay here. And the Baron freaks out because I guess he just saw a person dressed up as him, sexually assaulting a woman who looked like the woman he assaulted and stuff. And he's like, I'm gonna go ride back and go get the car.
Find my car.
And Allegros is like, you're not going to go. I know. He says, I knew you would not stay. You're a coward.
Oh, he says, you have seen death.
Is that what he says?
Something about that. But then he goes, look out for the bear.
Don't forget Big Bear in Forest.
He's like, no bears in here.
And so he rides off. It's dark out. We see Vera's room. Vera's the sister with the red head. Her room is filled with like weird Middle Ages art of like just shitty looking anatomy, stains looking at her and
Watching
stuff.
her.
Yeah. And she goes, "Oh, his name is Roger. I wrote it down, Tim."
Yep. I thought somebody was
Vera
named
goes
Roger.
to Roger, who is her sister's fiance. Her sister Ellen, who was sexually assaulted by the Baron. It's very confusing. She's like, "Why don't you come stay with me?" He's like, "I'm going to stay with my sister, I think." And so she goes back to her room, and we see a scene of Earl telling Allegros, he goes, "Once they go to sleep, bring the blonde one who looks just like Katerina down." He's like, "Oakley dokley," and he does. We see more operation footage, just hearts being cut open, chests. It's very realistic because it's real.
It is. Yep. Then Vera's like undressing for us. The camera.
I wrote, she has a very horny topless dream. Like,
ooh, that's a big part of it.
Yeah.
Why is it horny, George? You want to explain?
Well, okay, so we've already been told this. We've already been told this story in two forms in this movie. We've seen it. There was the soliloquy that the Earl tells at the dinner table. Then we happen upon the mannequin reenactment. Now we get which I'm not even exaggerating, it's probably about 15-minute retelling of this, where Vera is the mistress back in time. It's like a time slip. And she's standing in the top of a barn, and she's looking down as the blonde woman, who is Marion and Katerina, is being assaulted by three dudes who look like the Three Musketeers. And one of them, they're the three dudes in the party. It's Roger, the Baron, and George. And it just goes on, and she's screaming, and I wrote the scene.
And Vera's all turned on.
Yeah, she's getting super. Her boobs pop out.
Takes her boobs out and just rubs them the rest of the dream.
And it's really weird too, because like the blonde woman's screaming, and the dudes assaulting her are acting like cartoonishly drunk. Like some of you'd see it like a. Tim, I'm gonna say an old timey reference for you, like a Jerry Lewis movie.
Right.
And they're pouring water. They kill her, I guess, and they pour water. They pour wine on her as the queen looks on toplessly.
I want to say something interesting.
Yep.
We've seen this in other old movies. How, 80s, 90s. I don't know. Women, they have to be shaved down. No one, they're shaved everywhere. But this woman had hairy underarms. That's all I'm going to say. And which I'm glad they didn't make her shave and everything back then. Just let her be.
She was
she is.
Because I did look up most of the people here to determine. I really wasn't sure if you're going to say this was a German or a French film, and you're going to come with Austrian because she's like whatever. She was French, and I know that it is the style in French, I think.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I just noticed some of these. We see so many naked women in these films.
Seti Bimco. We see so many naked women. I wanted the record to show Tim said that with weariness. He's a broken man now. Doesn't mean anything to her.
George, you know what other dreams excite Vera?
Oh no, what? Is this a list?
Okay. Yeah. California.
Oh, all right. I'm going.
Of the Blue Turtle.
Oh wow, Sting reference. Nobody's gonna get that one.
Number 9.
Revolution number 9. You mean?
No, number 9 Dream. George.
What is that?
That's a John Lennon
you're right.
song.
Is that number 9 Dream? Yeah, that's pretty obscure.
Yep.
But, all right.
And the dream that she went to school in her underpants by accident.
Instead of naked, like she would
prefer
prefer
we all
to.
have. It's usually underwear. Final exam.
We're still in the flashback, I should mention. Now there's dialogue all of a sudden. And we also leave the sight of, like, it seems like we're seeing this through the eyes of Vera, but, like, now there's, like, a soldier, and he's going to the Earl, who's played by the same Earl in the future, but it's the old-timey Earl.
Yes.
He's like, something bad has happened. You should come at once to your daughter. And he goes there, and he finds his daughter dead in the barn, and he goes, no one knew your hiding place but her, meaning the evil queen, or his mistress. And he confronts her.
And he gets,
And he... weirdly, this movie, which is not shy about showing a lot of stuff, seems to be shy about showing people being stabbed. Because there's a few people get stabbed, and we never see it. We always see, like, a person... Oh, my battery's about to die. Hold on a second.
What?
Yeah, because I unplugged it. Let me go...
oh, shit.
Let me go get my recorder, my thing. I'll be back.
We call this intermission. So I think we're up to where he has some equipment and he lays his
really
daughter,
quickly,
dead
this
daughter
is
on the table.
This isn't. Yeah, he's got. Oh, yeah, you're saying he's got a. Wait, are we talking the past or in the current?
The past.
Oh yeah, he
the past.
he puts his dead daughter on the table, and he puts his dead mistress, who he just stabbed, on the table. And he starts to put.
And we get some cool organ music.
Is that what you're gonna play?
Did you notice there was like weird, bizarre music?
There was nothing but weird music choices in this movie.
Okay. I like this cool organ music. But anyway.
All right.
Then we're back to surgery. He's operating on her in the past, I guess. They're showing us what happened. He's got tubes and cups of liquid.
And then the Allegros of the past, Allegros comes up on him, sees
He's
him.
there too.
Yeah, all of a sudden, we haven't seen him until this point. And he comes up and he sees that the Earl, the past Earl, is taking blood from his dead mistress and putting it to his dead daughter. And he comes up with an axe and cuts the Earl's head off, and that's the end of it. And then Vera in the future, or in the present, wakes up screaming and topless.
And Roger comes over.
Yeah.
And they start kissing. And I'm like, ooh, morning breath.
Not only do they start kissing, they start
kissing.
fucking. And the music at this point is straight up like Charlie Brown music. It sounds like the Vince Guaraldi Orchestra. I'm like, what? Who scored this thing?
I think I got that music.
Suddenly at that point, George walks in. He's like, Marion's missing. And they're just like straight up fucking ignore him. He's like, well, I'm okay. He has no reaction to that. It's like, you two aren't even a couple. What's going on here?
Right. And is this where... I want to explain what was hilarious. Because they keep showing them having sex. They show the operation of the heart. And the characters keep saying, there's been no wild bears around here in years. And just suddenly from the heart operation and this stuff, we suddenly cut to Brock and he's just being attacked by a bear. No lead up. He's just screaming.
He's literally halfway up a wall as a bear is attacking him. And folks, when we say a bear, I want to say it's a dude in the most piss poor. Like, if you were a longtime SETI listener, you'll know that we made fun of the bear in the Hercules in New York.
Hercules. Oh, was it better?
I did.
Or worse?
I don't know. Well, I don't know. I mean, this one, at least they had real bear noises. That one was just a guy going, grr, grr. It was so dark, and he's getting mauled by the bear, and then the bear just kind of walks away and leaves him.
Yep.
And he comes back to the castle.
He's all bloody, and Lagos is like, bear.
Bear, gotcha.
Yes.
And by bloody, he is covered
Gotcha.
with red tempera paint. It's not good special effects.
And George, we've made a point of letting people know how bad Brock is, right?
Yeah.
Sexually assaults women.
Yeah. Rapist, murderer.
Nothing good
Yeah.
about him. But I felt bad about that, so I have a list to show you. He wasn't all bad. Here's a list of 3 nice things that Brock has done.
Wait, you're really going to
Brock
defend
does.
the rapist
Yes.
murderer? Okay, Tim.
I'm just list. No, 3. Not defending. Here's 3 nice things he did, though.
Okay.
So, when he helps an old lady across the street,
Uh-huh.
he'll make sure that her coffin has hazard lights on it so drivers see her.
So she's in a coffin?
Yeah.
Okay.
If he wakes his neighbor up with his lawnmower, he will apologize and gladly agree to mow his neighbor's bedroom later in the day. Okay?
Does his neighbor's bedroom have grass?
No. That's what's so strange
Okay.
about it. Okay. In the subway, when a train comes to the station, he waits patiently for people to get off the car before he steps into the car and lets out a big smelly fart.
You still got it, Tim.
He says, I do not care. Catch me if you can. Herr Policeimeister.
So that list was
Meister.
why he's not a bad person. Oh, because he let them get off first. Okay.
He did nice
Yeah,
things.
that's a good list, Tim.
This movie was hard.
Yeah.
It was hard.
Yeah.
Oh, the man looking for Marion. He
George,
gets
the
lost
brother,
in a
is
maze.
walking around the catacombs, and it's weird because like Allegos is like saying shit to him, and like he's not really
Taunting him.
responding. And Allegos is like you never see Allegos talk while he's on camera, so I feel like they added in post production afterwards. And then the other three, because they're done fucking now, they're helping Elena get dressed, and they're going to go look for George. And just then, that's when the Baron shows up, covered with red paint, and he's like, "It's just a dream, a bad dream." How's that for rule of threes, Tim?
That's a
He
royal
kept saying
three.
stuff was like threes or a
Amazing.
dream, and now it's a bad dream because like it was a good dream. It was just him being a creepy rapist, but now that he's got like ketchup on his face and he was attacked by a guy in a bear suit, it's all bad. Yeah. But before anything could happen, the operation is finished, and Marion walks in, and she's dressed oddly. There's a close up of her feet as she steps out of her shoes, which I didn't understand what was happening because she had like a
Maybe
long
dead
skirt
people?
on. And it looked like she suddenly grew a third bare foot. I'm like, oh no, she's stepping out of her shoes. And then she starts handing. She says, "Death is mute, and life is like what to cherish or something." I couldn't understand what she said. I watched it like 3 times, that part. And then she's handing flowers to everyone. And she stops right before the Baron, who's sitting there and like still not blinking, covered with orange paint. And he's like, she goes, "And death is so near. Do not take life away from me." I'm like, what? Cut to the basement where George finds the operating table that we keep seeing. He pulls back a cover, and we see that Marion is actually there, like the dead Marion. So I guess what happened was they took... So Marion is an identical duplicate played by the same actress as Katerina.
Yeah.
So no explanation for why. I mean, there is reincarnation stuff, but
No.
that's a contemporary. So there are 2 people living at the same time in the same part of the world who are identical. They took, I guess they took Marion's heart and put in Katerina.
Yeah, it's that catheter they put in there. A stent.
Yes, yeah. I mean, yeah, we clearly see him putting a stent in a heart, not removing a heart. But yeah, so she's dead. The Baron says, "You're not Marion, you're Katerina." And in that moment, the Earl realizes, oh, the Baron's the guy who attacked and murdered my daughter. And he goes to kill the Baron, but somehow, because they won't show people being stabbed, it's weird, he accidentally stabs Katerina first.
Yeah, she stepped in front of him
For some reason. And then he stabs the Baron anyway.
Why?
I don't know. So he kills both of them. And then he picks up his daughter's body, and he rides off on a horse. And the
No.
Yeah.
Who does that?
The Baron. The Earl.
The Earl carries her to the top of the castle.
Wait, no, he carries her out through the front door because the portcullis comes down and he rides off on the horse.
But who jumps off the castle?
I didn't see anybody jump off the castle. Wait, do we see different versions?
He walked to the top of the castle and jumped off with her body. Dude, I swear, that's what happened to mine.
Wait,
They go thud, thud.
I did read a thing that there are 2 different endings to this.
bump.
Depending if you...
It's not that...
Okay, that's interesting.
Oh, wow. You saw all the same except the ending.
And who knows what else was different. And then they played...
There was the pie fight. Did you get the pie fight?
The pie was... it was actually just... There was yelling who could make the most digits of 3.14, right? Yeah.
Yes.
And
That fight.
and the Earl did it. He got to 7 digits. It wasn't
Okay.
that impressive,
Then
but
you
these
saw my
guys were
ending.
dumb. Yeah.
So the mysterious doctor who helped him, did you see him at the end? He rides off on his horse and has a skull face.
You know what, Tim? That's probably what I saw, and I didn't. So maybe he jumped off, and I was writing a note or something. So he had a skull face?
Yeah, you didn't see
No.
that? The man that helped him.
He kind of had a skull face already.
Yeah, but he had a mask on.
Okay. Well, this movie made sense.
Guess he was deaf. This was a whole.
Yeah.
This was from the psychedelic era.
Here's a question, Tim. Why is this movie
Yeah.
called Castle of the Creeping Flesh?
I don't know. I thought it was going to be a Frankenstein thing at the
I
beginning.
thought there was going to be a blob,
that's what
but
was
there
going-
was
Oh.
there was flesh in that we did see the director's open heart surgery.
Maybe it refers to Brock because he's some
He is
creeping
a
flesh.
He is a fucking creep.
He's a creepy
He's a fleshy,
yes.
creepy guy. All right.
Now we have the part of the show where Tim and George talk about how this movie is like Star Wars and Labyrinth.
How's this like Star Wars, George? Well, in this movie, as we said, this one man says that champagne, horses, and women are the three best things in
Or
life.
drunken lady centaurs.
Yeah, that too.
That's all in one.
We all know that in the Star Wars universe, most people feel that the best three things in life are bantha milk, a tauntaun that smells good, and a sex droid.
Question. Does the tauntaun need to smell good on the outside?
Yes, that's especially
that's the part, okay.
where it needs to smell good. Yeah. Because he said, I thought they smelled bad on the outside, so they must smell bad.
Or maybe Han Solo just had, maybe it's like a weird genetic thing.
Maybe he smelled.
Like the way some people could smell asparagus and pee. Yeah. I mean, he hangs with the Wookiee all day. No, not everybody can. Look it up. That's only cool people.
I know.
Yeah. All right. And for me, I like to compare this to how like 1986 fantasy masterpiece Labyrinth. I wanted to like make a connection between the party that like Jennifer Connelly, David Bowie go to, how it's very similar to the party we see in the beginning. But that party was gross, so eventually I said there was definitely Muppets who didn't have eyelids in in Labyrinth, and in this movie there was a man who didn't have eyelids either. He had less facial animation than things made of rubber.
Yes. Thought you were going to go for the labyrinth in the castle.
Nope, didn't.
Lego said, you are lost in labyrinth.
Nope, didn't do that, Tim.
Wherever you are, wherever you're hiding, I'll find you. I'll get you. I'll get you.
Revenge.
I'll get you.
Revenge.
Revenge.
Well, I have a short story.
Let's hear it.
Then,
This is your sequel?
rather than the list, if you want me to go
Go
first.
first, yeah, do it. I'm going to take a nap.
You got to interrupt. This movie was so popular in Austria, George, in 1968.
That's weird because it didn't actually have an Austrian release. It only had a German release. But go on.
Well, it was so popular. It was seen once. It spawned Star Wars-like sequels and prequels. So, in this movie, we didn't see what happened to Brock from the time he left the castle to the time he was mysteriously being just mauled by a bear. So they made a movie all about what happened to Brock. So Brock ran off in the woods, and he wandered in the woods and got lost, but he came upon a cabin. And he went into that cabin, and what did he find on the dinner table? But 3 bowls of porridge.
Oh, shit.
So he tried the first bowl of porridge, it was too hot. And the next bowl of porridge, it was too cold. And the third one was just right, but it still sucked, but because, Brock, he eats quail eggs and coffee for breakfast.
Did he just shovel the paw
Shitty
into
porridge.
his glistening maw with his bare hands like a fucking beast?
No, he hated it. He hated it. So then he saw a record player, George. And there were 3 Beatles albums there.
Oh, shit.
And first he played Let It Be, and that album was a little bit overproduced.
Yep.
Then he listened to
It's
an
almost
old
like it was
album
produced by a murderer.
by a murderer. Yes. Look it up, people.
Phil Spector.
Then he listened to some old recordings when they were the Quarrymen, and that was a little bit undercooked.
Oh, too bad he didn't say
But
that,
then-
because if that was something he actually had, it would probably be priceless, because nobody has recordings of
Yeah.
the Quarrymen.
It might be
Yeah,
priceless.
probably the most valuable.
I thought they had a few in the cavern. I thought.
They were never, I don't think they were even the Quarrymen at the Cavern. I think they were the Silver Beatles at that point, Tim.
You're right.
Yeah. I think
So,
Quarrymen
then he
predates
listened-
George Harrison really during the band, for God's sake.
It does.
Yeah.
So then he listened to the album Revolver, and it was just right. But Brock couldn't tell that because he had no taste.
Yep. And he was too busy eating food with his bare hands, shoving into his glistening maw.
Then he saw 3 bidets, George. The water in the first one was too hot, and the water in the second one was too cold. But the water in the third was just right. And just then, the family of bears who lived in that cabin, they came home, and right away they saw him in the bathroom, and Papa Bear said, "What are you doing drinking out of our bidets?" Ah, ha, ha, ha. And Brock, he ran to the woods, but Papa Bear had running shoes.
Oh, no.
And the first pair he tried on, they were a little too loose. The next pair he tried to try on too tight, so he just ran his bare feet.
Oh, his bare feet,
And
I
he caught
get
up. He caught up with Brock and mauled him, but not too much, just a little bit.
Paint on his face.
Just
Yeah.
right. The end.
That's good. Well, Tim, this one took something out of me,
What?
and I was like, it's like, do we determine if this should have a sequel or not? And I'm like, all I wrote was like, I want to see a sequel all about the bear, and yeah,
and you got it.
and
I delivered.
I did, so I feel like I don't even need to go into it. So we already went long. Let's
That's
just end
okay.
it. Yeah. Let's hear more about the bear.
If you, the bear.
The bear. So, yep.
Mailbag?
Do we have an email?
It's a letter. Got a letter from Chuck Forsman saying he really liked the pizza in Brooklyn.
Oh, man.
Good pizza.
Just really rubbing it in. That's weird.
So,
I'm looking at it right now. He didn't even address it to you.
No.
So do you think...
George.
No, he actually wrote it to Bimco. I think he assumes I'm Bimco and you're SETI. Just like how he's Rat and Spider or whatever. All right. So that was our letter.
So what'd you pick?
So I can't believe we...
Oh, that was our letter?
That was our letter.
And now you're picking a movie from another country.
And
not Austria.
Not Austria, because...
Austria.
I still could do Germany, even though we did a German film. I could still do Italy because we did... Like, you have not actually had a movie in the right country yet.
Yes, I have. They travel too much.
Be real Tim.
Those Europeans.
Well, I chose a movie that is from Japan and was made in Japan.
Oh, good. I wondered who was going to pick one of those.
Yeah, I'm kind of... It hit me last week. I'm like, wait, we haven't done fucking Japan yet. They have crazy films. And I was going to do this movie called Mermaid in a Sewer, but...
Can't find it?
No, I can only
raping?
find it daily. I felt like it probably was eventually. It's famously grotesque.
Okay.
So I didn't do that. Instead, we were doing the movie. I don't know anything about it, except for it has a great title and it's on Tubi. It's called Zombie Ass, Toilet of the Dead.
What?
You heard me.
Okay. I think I've seen this one listed there.
Pictures of it for sure.
What year is this?
I feel like it's mid-2000s, maybe early 2000s.
Ooh, this is gonna suck
the
acid.
image is it's like a young woman in a very Catholic school uniform, as you would expect in a Japanese movie, and she is standing there and she's kind of like her clothes are torn up and looks like she's kicked some ass, and there's a bunch of zombie heads near her, and there's maybe like a long tongue, or probably, given what the movie is about, a long turd crawling up her leg.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Zombie ass.
Zombie ass. Colon.
I predict a lot of
Toilet of the
bidet
Dead.
jokes, George. Why did I do bidet jokes this week?
No, it's weird too. Like in your bidet joke, that the French actor didn't recognize what a bidet was. But then again, he doesn't have eyelids.
He's Brock. People pee for him. Poop for him.
That's what royalty gets you.
Yes, that's what royalty's like.
Well,
all right,
Tim, that was certainly
an
an episode.
That was an adventure.
It was.
All right, tune in next week. Zombie ass.
Zombie ass. Toilet of the Dead.
Go your own way.
Bye, everybody.
So long.
This has been a Pity Party Line production.
Party line, it's a party line.
One website
Don't like
I
looking at the
saw
heartbeat.
claimed that it was 15 minutes of surgery footage.
I believe
I
it.
would too. Folks, this is our best episode ever. Let me see if I can find the power.